Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today I wanted to talk about this question that I get a lot. How long is it going to take me to get better? So I'll get to that in a second. Smile, hand on the heart. Breathe in the calm, exhale the chaos. Breathe in the clarity, exhale the doubt. So a lot of people ask me, how long is this going to take? Or they'll point out, I've been doing this mind-body work for 2 years and I'm not better yet. How come? Or does that mean I don't have TMS or perceived danger as the cause? And so directly put, the length of time you've been in this world does not determine whether or not you have TMS or perceived danger as the cause of your symptoms. It just means that you have not yet convinced the brain to turn them off. Foundationally, my view, my opinion is that perceived danger, threat, is the cause of symptoms. The brain will turn on symptoms when it perceives there to be some danger or threat. Therefore, the opposite of that is safety. And I see it over and over again with coaching clients and people watching my videos that when people do a nice job of conveying safety to their brain, the symptoms can come down and eventually go away. So keeping that as the foundation that we're standing upon, how long will it take for you to convince your brain that you're safe? Now I did a video, about 10 days back, called Finding the Safety Danger Balance, right? And in that video, I pointed out that, there's many things we do that perpetuate the brain's belief that we're in danger, there's threat, that we're in trouble. And there's many things that we can do that would portray the opposite, that we're actually okay. So a couple of points. Things that delay recovery is doubt, a lack of clarity, not knowing what's causing your symptoms, staying in that physical body mindset that there's something wrong with me, a lack of decision that, I'm going to make the decision and a commitment that this is a mind-body condition and therefore I can get better. Some people will continue to go back to, bad locations on the internet where a lot of research and a lot of sharing about symptoms and horror stories goes on. So continuing to visit those bad neighborhoods can absolutely delay recovery. Why? Because it perpetuates the fear and the brain's perception of danger. What else? Panic, freaking out. Those things will delay recovery. And avoidance of activities, body positions, various things. Anything you're avoiding, you're basically teaching your brain those things are the problem. And that leads the brain to believe that, if those external things or these body movements or positions or activities are the problem, that further conveys to the brain that my body's the issue, right? So you see there's a lot of things that can delay recovery. And in that finding the safety danger balance, I talked about a whole bunch of things that, we want to minimize the amount of danger we're creating and maximize the amount of safety we're creating. So go look for that video. Perhaps we'll even link it in the description below. So what are some of the things that can speed up recovery? Clarity, decision, understanding what causes symptoms, danger, understanding what eliminates symptoms is teaching the brain that we're safe, right? A commitment to that process, because some people will say, I read a book, I know what it is, so how come I'm not better? Well, negating the danger creation stuff and doing more of the safety creation is the work. Now, I don't believe it's work. It's not like I'm telling you to spend 3 hours a day doing an hour of this, an hour of that, an hour of that. There's no 14-point checklist that you need to do every single day. But just as you're going through your day, ask yourself this basic question. Is the way I am navigating my day with my thoughts, actions, behaviors, avoidances, or activities conveying that I'm okay or conveying I'm in trouble, right? Am I pouring into the danger cup or am I pouring into the safety cup? Simple. You can lead a normal life, but if symptoms are going up, it's likely that more danger is being perceived. And if symptoms are coming down, it's likely that the brain is feeling more and more safe. So it's really as simple as that. Finding that safety-danger balance. You will get better when you have been successful at conveying enough safety to outweigh the brain's current perception of danger. Now, how long will that take? It's 100% individual. It's 100% individual. And yes, if you have had a difficult life, lots of trauma, lots of health experiences, and your health anxiety is up, it may take you longer than a person who has not had a big history with either health issues or health anxiety or even traumas. So everybody's different. But just recognize that it doesn't matter what your history is and where you're coming from. If you have done the self-assessment where you can kind of look and see how your symptoms are behaving, you can come to a conclusion that, yeah, the way these symptoms are behaving puts me into the mind-body category. So do the assessment and make a decision and a commitment to say, okay, my symptoms behave like mind-body symptoms, brain-created symptoms, and therefore I'm going to make that commitment to stick with that, because sitting on the fence and going back and forth will delay recovery. Therefore, how long will it take? Longer. Some people really struggle with accepting that their brain is creating all these symptoms, and I get it. It's really tough. It's really challenging. But that acceptance that your brain is creating symptoms is really key, because as long as you keep going, but maybe my body is, that will delay recovery and it will take longer. So it's in everybody's best interest, if you'd like to get better quicker, to assess, do the self-assessment, and come to your own self-determination whether or not you're in the right place. I believe you likely are, but that's what those questions are for. And then accept that, and then decide to stick to that. Start to resume more normal activities, because when we do normal things, the brain has no choice but to say, hey, look at Danny, he's doing normal stuff, I guess he's okay. Message of safety, right? Do your best to be less bothered by the symptoms. Yes, there are times when they're very convincing, compelling, disturbing, distressing. Yeah, scary. I get it. But do your best to be less panicked, less freaked out, less bothered by the symptoms. And you can do that because you know it's a mind-body condition, which by definition means it's reversible, which by definition means it's temporary. And so indifference is a topic I've talked about for many years. Indifference is truly the mindset that says, so what, I have symptoms, right? That may or may not be available to you right now. But that's the direction you're going by being less bothered by the symptoms, right? At a certain point in time, when your clarity is rock solid and you know that this is temporary, you're going to hit the authentic state of indifference, which says, well, I know it's temporary. I know what's going on. And so why would I possibly care if the symptoms are still here, because I know they're going away. And that indifference, that not being bothered, is a really powerful tool in speeding up the process. Can you snap your fingers and be indifferent tomorrow? Not if you're in a panic today. Gradual improvements over time will get you there. So I hope this makes sense. How long will it take? I wish I had a definitive answer. It depends. And it depends on you. And that's good, because you get to decide to learn, gain clarity, accept that, commit to that, and then focus on the creation of safety and minimization of danger. And again, look for the description or link in the description for the Finding Safety Danger Balance. And if it's not there, I'll post it in one of the comments. But that video kind of maps out for you the task at hand. So hope you found this beneficial. And if there's anything I can do for you, you know where to find me. But as always, love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.